Hey guys, Anthony here with a tutorial on how to use the AI Draft and Outline Builder in Clearscope, which is a powerful web-based AI-powered tool that helps you optimize your content and drive traffic to your website. If you haven't yet, I'd encourage you to watch this tutorial on how to create a content report in Clearscope. So I'm logged into my Clearscope account. This is where we left off in the previous tutorial. We are currently in the report section. There are 3 ways to create your content in Clearscope. In this tutorial, I'll focus on the draft with AI option. So I'll click on this arrow button. There are several steps you need to follow, and I'll walk you through each step. Step 1 is to choose the intent, which is an important step. Essentially, Clearscope will analyze top-performing Google results to help you align your content with what readers are actually looking for. For example, the first option is read detailed reviews, and this intent focuses on people looking for comprehensive reviews, including pros, cons, and the overall evaluations. As I scroll down, you can find several other options. I'll choose this one to help people who are looking for information about what Artistly is and what it does. Next, I'll click Continue. In step 2, we choose the content type. We have several options here. I'll choose Product, which essentially showcases the product and highlights features, benefits, and use cases. And I'll click on Continue. In step 3, we choose the tone of the content. You can provide an existing page, or copy and paste a writing sample, or use the default option, which essentially lets Clearscope determine what's best. So I'll choose the default option and then click on Continue. Based on these choices, it will then start generating relevant titles for the content, as you can see. And if you do not want to use any of these titles, you can click the Get New Suggestions link. I will go with this title. So I'll click on Use. It will enter the title in this box. And I'll click on Continue. It will then start creating an article outline. So just give it a few seconds. And here is the article outline it generated. Let me scroll down. As you can see, it created several sections. Each section has a main heading, H2 tag, and subheadings to H3 tags. And you can also drag and drop these sections to rearrange them if you want to. You can also use these buttons to edit or delete a specific section, or even add a new section. Now, you don't necessarily need to do any of this here because you can edit this later, and I'll show you how. You have 2 options here. One of them is to start with an outline or create a draft with a detailed content, which is what I'll do. So I'll click on Create Draft. And this can take a couple of minutes depending on the options you choose. So just give it a couple of minutes. And here's a detailed article it generated with different sections. Let me scroll down so you can see the detailed article it generated with various sections and subsections, just like I showed you earlier. Now let me walk you through this Clearscope report in detail. In this left side panel, it'll display the current content grade, currently C+, and the suggested grade is A- to rank your article. The word count is currently 1652, and it's recommended that it should be around 2800 to 3500 words. And finally, readability, which is at college level, and typical is 8th to 9th grade level. In this top toolbar, you have some basic text editing tools, including HTML heading tags like H1, H2, etc. You can use this version history dropdown to mark and organize the edit history of the article. Currently, we are in the editor section. There are 3 tabs here. We are in the Terms tab. And as you can see, it lists down all relevant keywords sorted by importance. You'll notice each keyword has a gray horizontal line. The longer the line, the more important it is. Also, you'll notice that this one has a green check mark, which means it's already used in the article, whereas this one does not have a green check mark, and I'll get to this in a moment. So let me go to the term map section, which showcases how each of the top 30 competitors use the recommended terms, and this is very useful when building and ranking your content. You can sort these keywords by importance using this dropdown. You can add custom terms. You can copy the terms to the clipboard or download and export them in CSV format. Now let me go to the competitors section, which gives you a direct view of competitive landscape for your target query and how the content currently scores using Clearscope's content grade metric. Let me scroll back up and I'll click the integration section where you can integrate Clearscope with Google Docs, WordPress, and Microsoft Word, and I'll be creating separate tutorials for this. Also, you can use the shared link option to create a unique link to share with your team, or even if you're using a freelancer to edit the content in guest mode without having to log into your Clearscope account. Let me go back to the editor section. In the research tab, you can explore audience intent, trusted sources, and deep topic insights. It will provide you real user questions from search features, which can help you build content around these questions. It highlights commonly cited authoritative references to boost credibility, and also provides quick access to external research tools like Quora, Reddit, and Wikipedia for further exploration. In the Outline tab, it provides a breakdown of the heading structures H1, H2, etc. of the top 30 pages, ranking for your target query, showcasing how useful content is organized. You use outlines as a guide to structure your content so that it aligns with what readers, search engines, and AI platforms expect. Let me go back to the Terms tab, and I'll click on the first keyword. You'll see this pop up where it will provide you some valuable information. It will show you the importance of this keyword. In this case, it's 10 out of 10, so it's very important. How many times this keyword is used in top search results, the number of times this term appears in your article, and how commonly this term is found in a heading. In this section, it shows you real-world examples of how your top competitors have integrated this term in their content. And if you click on examples, it will open this pop-up where it essentially shows you top articles and how they use it. Let me close this dialog box and start editing my content based on these recommendations. For example, the second keyword does not have a green check mark, which means that it is not currently used in my content. So let me edit my content so as to add this keyword to the content article, as you can see here. And as you can see, it has now turned green. Similarly, you can add more instances of these keywords in your content. You can use this drop-down to sort these keywords by unused, so as to start editing your content with the recommendations made by Clearscope. As you can see, I went ahead and edited the whole article. And you'll also notice the green check marks for the important keywords that were recommended. You'll also notice that the content grade is now A++, and the word count has increased to 3189 words. You can use this version history dropdown and mark it accordingly, and then save it to maintain the edit version history. You can click on Reports in the top left corner to go back to the main reports section, and this is where you'll find all of your content reports. And here is the live article on my website. I went ahead and added images and videos to the article, and you'll find a link to this article in the description section of my YouTube video. To try Clearscope and get a discounted price, check the link in the description section. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. Thanks for watching.